Hey there. Welcome back to TMF-CRIME, where we explore intriguing cases from the world of true crime. Today we have a baffling story that will leave you on the edge of your seat. It's the case of lethal romance. The mysterious death of a Google executive, Alix Tichelman. Let's dive in. The call girl killer, Alix Tichelman, was sentenced to 5 years in prison for the involuntary manslaughter of Google executive Forrest Hayes in 2015. She pleaded guilty but was released after serving just 2 years. Tichelman confessed to administering drugs to Hayes on his 50-foot luxury yacht in California in 2013, shortly after her alleged involvement in her ex-boyfriend Dean Riopelli's death. She served only half of her sentence before being deported to Canada. Tichelman, now 35, had a privileged upbringing in Atlanta, Georgia, and later in California. Her parents, Bart and Leslie Mann, stood by her side in Santa Cruz County Superior Court, offering their support as she faced her sentencing. Background: Forrest Timothy Hayes, a 51-year-old who was on the Google team involved with the high-profile rollout and production of its cutting-edge glass eyewear. A well-regarded family man with a wife of 17 years, 5 kids, and a palatial estate near the UC Santa Cruz campus, had what friends called an impulsive streak to snap up objects of desire. Alix Tichelman was the 26-year-old daughter of a Sacramento area tech CEO with a penchant for provocative poses, heavy metal music, and illegal intoxicants. Police said she was also a web-based prostitute who boasted she had more than 200 clients and was lured to her arrest with the promise of a $1,000 payoff. The meeting, in Facebook posts and pictures on a page that vanished, Tichelman revealed her affinity for the eerie and the much darker aspects of life, quite distinct from the world of tech executives. On the website, there were many pictures of Alix Tichelman wearing very little clothing. She was also found on seekinggarrangement.com, a place where the police say she met Forrest Hayes. This website promotes itself as a platform where attractive and successful individuals form relationships that benefit both parties. It's a place where sugar daddies can meet sugar babies, describing relationships where older, wealthier people support younger partners financially or otherwise. Tichelman's presence on this site was a crucial link in the story, as it's where her path crossed with Hayes and set in motion the tragic events that would follow. The crime. The chilling details of the crime reveal a disturbing and heartless sequence of events. Authorities contend that Alix Tichelman administered a lethal dose of heroin to Google executive Forrest Hayes on his yacht in November 2013. Discovered surveillance footage aboard the vessel captured Tichelman preparing and injecting Hayes with the deadly drug. In an act of utmost callousness, she allegedly watched as Hayes clutched his chest, lost consciousness, and was left unaided. Tichelman then gathered her belongings and even finished her glass of wine, all while the life of her companion hung in the balance. What's particularly sinister is that she not only left the scene but also coldly surveyed the dying man before closing a window blind and making her exit. The investigation. Police were called to the yacht on November 23, 2013, to investigate the suspicious death and identified Tichelman as a suspect that month after learning that she had an alleged prostitution relationship with Hayes and had met with him the evening of his death. The station reports police arrested Tichelman after tracking her down from a surveillance video on the boat that allegedly showed her making no effort to help the suffering Hayes after giving him the heroin and then drinking a glass of wine and drying the blinds before leaving the boat. Police said they made the arrest after luring her to a high-end hotel in Santa Cruz under the belief that she was meeting a rich client who would pay her more than $1,000 for sex. Alix Tichelman. A haunting glimpse into Alix Tichelman's online presence reveals a complex and enigmatic personality. Her collection of selfies portrayed her in various states, from pouting and posing to being partially clothed or adorned with the trappings of bondage. These images hinted at a life veiled in shadows. In her digital footprint, Tichelman left behind cryptic traces of what she referred to as her dark side. Her online musings blended reflections on inner demons and past grievances with declarations of profound happiness and mystic writing. In April 2012, a quote was posted that reflected her internal struggle. "To be thin and pure like a glass cup, empty, pure as light, music. Hands move over the body, shoulders, collarbone, rib cage, hip bones like part of an animal skull. Small thighs. In the mirror, the face is pale and the eyes look bruised. The hair's pale and thin, and the light comes through. Could be a lot younger than 24. Could be a child still, untouched." These haunting words offered a glimpse into the complex psyche of a woman whose life would soon be marred by the darkness of her actions. Forrest Hayes was not the first of Tichelman's acquaintances to meet a tragic fate in a similar manner. Her former boyfriend, Dean Riopelli, faced a heroin overdose in Milton, Georgia. Sadly, he passed away a week later, as determined by the Fulton County medical examiner. A police report indicated that Tichelman claimed to have tried to revive Riopelli after discovering him unconscious on the ground. At that time, she was not charged in connection with his death, which was classified as an accidental overdose. However, following her arrest in Santa Cruz, the case has been reopened, as confirmed by Clark, suggesting a potential connection between the two incidents. Legal proceedings. Alix Tichelman appeared in court, dressed in a red jumpsuit and adorned with red lipstick and black eyeliner. She was handcuffed and seemed to alternate between gazing at the audience and lowering her head. She was provided with a public defender and did not enter a plea. The arraignment was postponed, and she remained in custody with a bail set at $1.5 million. A California judge in 2015 sentenced Tichelman to 5 years in prison after she pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter and administering drugs. With credit for time served and for good behavior, she was released after serving about half her sentence. Impact. The case of Alix Tichelman and the Google executive Forrest Hayes had profound and far-reaching impacts. For the individuals involved, it brought devastation and tragedy. Hayes lost his life in a manner that was both shocking and untimely, leaving behind a grieving family. Tichelman, on the other hand, faced legal consequences and had her life irrevocably altered by her actions. The tragic story underscores the importance of acknowledging the vulnerabilities of individuals, even in positions of influence, and the necessity of addressing issues such as addiction and mental health. In conclusion, the case of Alix Catherine Tichelman and the tragic death of the Google executive is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind the most glamorous facades. We hope this story has sparked your interest and encouraged you to stay vigilant in your own life. Thanks for joining us on TMF-CRIME. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on more intriguing cases. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.